Hello, my friends. It's Caitlin Miller, teen librarian at the Hewitt Public Library. I have another book talk for you guys today. This is going to be a little bit more serious than my other book talks have been, but it is still a very important conversation I think that needs to be had, especially during times like this with the coronavirus and quarantine and just how everything's been uprooted. So I want to talk to you guys about mental health today. I do want to make a disclaimer in this video. I am not a mental health professional. I am just a librarian. I am not giving any advice. I am just showing you a resource, and I'm going to show you other resources as well. I'm not making any bold statements about how you need to take care of yourself or what issues you are struggling with. This is just me pointing in the direction of, oh, here's a really good book. Let us make that one clear. Okay. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I definitely would be remiss if I did not take time to talk to you guys about mental health. I have been grieving over the shift in how everything has changed since the pandemic hit the United States. Just with the library closing and our program shutting down, it meant that I couldn't interact with you guys the way that I used to, and it broke my heart. And with sheltering in place, staying in one spot, not being able to leave my house for a while, it gets hard, and the isolation really wears on you and wore on me for sure. And I've also been grieving for our graduating seniors who had to miss out on many things that help close this chapter and get them pumped about getting ready for the next one. I remember when I was a senior in high school, I'm not going to say how far back that was, we had baccalaureate celebrations. We had senior lunches where each of the churches in the area would host us for lunch, and we'd be honored, and we'd have a chance to just spend more time together before we graduated, like with our senior trip and prom and things like that. And it breaks my heart that graduating seniors of 2020 had lost a lot of that opportunity, just to help end their time well with high school. My heart breaks for you guys, and I know that's a huge loss for you guys to feel. Just know that I'm hurting with you in this. I don't know if I can do anything to help make it better. Just know that my heart is breaking with yours, along with everything else. But mental health, it is very important conversation. It is something that has been stigmatized for a very long time, and only very recently has mental health actually been less of a stigma, and people have been less afraid to talk about it. It really helps with when celebrities like Kristen Bell have been very open about their mental health issues and the things they do to take care of themselves. It does help break the stigma, and it makes people less scared of the topic. Back in my day, when I was in college, mental health was not something to be talked about very much. So if anybody was struggling, they struggled on their own, which makes it even harder. Nowadays, there's a lot more resources out there. Not that there weren't back in my day, but now that there's more resources, more widely spread and made available in more ways to access them, which is very important. And I'm also going to be including a list of mental health resources at the end of this video and also in the description down below. Mostly I want y'all to feel safe, and I want to make sure you have resources accessible to you, and hopefully things that'll help you feel safe. And if you need any help, or if you just want to learn more, these will help with that. The book that I am going to talk about to you today is called Life Inside My Mind. It is a collection of different, it's not stories, narratives by 31 different YA authors. They're each talking about their own experiences with mental health and mental health struggles. So this is the book I want to talk to you about today. It is in our nonfiction section, which is a section I haven't had a chance to talk to you guys about yet. So this is a great little introduction for our nonfiction. We also have several other nonfiction books available in covering a wide range of topics, but also we have a few dedicated toward discussing mental health. So this is not the only book available that we have discussing mental health. It is one of several. So if you need any more books feel free to either look on Overdrive and see what we have there, or you can get these curbside by going to www.hewitt.biblionics.com or calling the library and requesting these books to be reserved, and that way you can pick them up. But anyway, Life Inside My Mind, is a collection of different stories and narratives by 31 different authors. They're talking about their own personal struggles, and it covers a lot of different mental health issues: anxiety, depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD as we commonly know it. It talks about ADHD, grieving, PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. It covers a really wide range. Not all the stories are about their own mental health issues. Sometimes it is about them being witness to other people's mental health issues. So even if you are not personally struggling, but you're witnessing somebody else struggling and you're still part of their story, this may help provide some insight or help you feel seen for how you're feeling having to watch someone you love or someone you care about who is on the struggle bus. So this book is really good. It provides really good insight to different things. One of the things I really enjoyed about the book is, even though a couple different disorders were, or not disorders, a couple different struggles were mentioned like on repeat, like anxiety was mentioned a few different times, and so is depression, but every single time they're different because everybody has their own personal struggles and different flavors of the same kinds of issues. So not all mental health issues look the same. If one person had anxiety and another person had anxiety, it could look completely different because everybody has different ways of expressing their issues or dealing with stuff. So if you have any of your own mental health struggles, or if you think you might, this may help you feel seen a little bit. It comes with some advice for like just generally how to take care of yourself with self-care. It also has a list of resources at the back. Some of the people in here are on medication, some are not. Some do different kinds of therapy, some do not. Some take care of it their own ways. They've talked about how they end up taking care of their struggles. Some of them talk about how many pills they're on or what kinds of pills they're on, if that helps them. Some people talk about how they have succeeded. Some have talked about how they have failed. So there's a really well-rounded set of stories in here, set of narratives in here. I read the book very quickly because I was very eager to get the video made and sent out to you while it is still Mental Health Awareness Month. I would definitely recommend a slower read because I got inundated a little bit with different stories, and if you take your time reading it, you can appreciate each narrative, each piece of work by every author and how they write it. Some of it's written in poetry format, some of it's written as their own little story, sometimes it's written just as an essay, and they all look different because each author has their own way of contributing to the world and talking about their story. I would personally recommend, if you check this out, to take it slowly and take your time with it, and just skip over parts if you want to. You can read this in different orders. I read it from front to back because that's how I like to read things, but you can read different stories at a time in however order you want. There's a lot more freedom in that with this book. If this is the topic that interests you, please check our catalog, see if there's any other books we have that might catch your fancy regarding mental health. And again, I'm going to have resources available for you to see. If you think you need help, these will help you figure out what steps you need to take. I wish you all the best. I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm glad the semester is wrapped up for everybody and that summer vacation is coming. Enjoy a nice break from school and enjoy your holidays. I will talk to you guys soon. I love you. You guys are worthy and perfect.